Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for the immediate release of this minister in the Temple of God.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank.
POS operator, she said 3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the dumb thing. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Welcome back. It's still open conversation on Atlantic Television Network. I have with me this morning Prince Sodom Leke, a political analyst and a politician as well. Good morning, Prince Sodom.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
All right. Two commissioners serving in the administration of the governor of Rivers State, Similaye Fubara, have since resigned their appointment into the State Executive Council. The Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice, Rivers State, Professor Zacchaeus Adango, and the Commissioner for Finance, Isaac Kamalo, resigned yesterday. Kamalo and Adango resigned following their redeployment out of their ministries to another. The state governor had, in a circular signed by the Secretary to the State Government, Dr. Tami Danagogo, approved that the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Professor Zacchaeus Adango, be moved to Ministry of Special Duties, Governor's Office, to Ministry of Employment Generation and Economic Empowerment. The two redeployed commissioners had rejected transfer to other ministries, noting that the place they sought for in the state was yet to be attained. The Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice, Rivers State, Professor Zacchaeus Adango, who rejected his redeployment from the Ministry of Justice to that of Special Duties, Governor's Office, noted that his decision was for the sake of his integrity. Adango, in his resignation, he captioned Cabinet reshuffle notice of rejection of deployment and resignation from the Rivers State Cabinet, noting that the peace instituted by President Ahmed Tinubu is not yet in sight. He faulted the governor in his position on the improvement of the revenue of the state from 12 billion naira to 27 billion naira, adding that the claim was erroneous. Now, Prince Sodom, what is your take on the resignation of these commissioners?
You see, we can all recall that these commissioners resigned when there was a misunderstanding between the governor and his predecessor, Chief Ian Wike, the Minister of FCT. Mm-hmm. Along the line, the governor sought the intervention of the president. The president intervened, and they arrived at a political solution. And that political solution, one of the points there out of the 8 points was the commissioners that resigned should be appointed. So along the line, they were screened again by the assembly, reassigned to their respective portfolios by the governor of Rivers State. In the case of Professor Adango, who is a senior advocate of Nigeria, imagine a son who is the general of the state and commissioner for justice is in the office, but the governor is now sponsoring other lawyers who are not employees of the state government and providing them with delicate information of the states, which is also against his oath of office as the governor. And they are using it against the Attorney General of the states. Now he has been sued in court, and the governor is now mandating him by the governor is erroneous when he said that the state that was generating 12 billion naira is not generating 27 billion naira. There are factors and indices that should be considered. When the governor said he he's generating 27 billion naira now. Is the governor telling us that he attracted some foreign investments into the states in the past 11 months as governor? Is there anything different that he is doing as governor that the former governor did not do? And if you observe what happened, you know, we recovered some oil wells from Owerri, Imo State, and also some oil wells from Abia State. These oil wells that were recovered, the remittance of their revenue and tenement rates to the state was not submitted to the state ministry of the ministry of the taxation ministry, being the integrated the IRIS of the state. It was not submitted as of when Wike was governor. This tax came in when Siminalayi Fubara is governor.
Okay.
Aside from that, we have this case of dollar differentials in the country. For example, there are items that we bought for 50 naira when Wike was governor, and today we are buying those items for 200 naira. It's also applicable to companies that are paying taxes and tenement rates to the state government. And some companies are also paying in dollars because the state government runs a dollar account. So if there are companies that were paying $2,000 before, when dollar was 600 naira to a naira, today that dollar is 1,250 naira to a naira, you can now see that 1,250 naira to $1, you now see that the companies that were paying $2,000 might possibly now or probably be paying $4,000. So the economic value of the 27 billion naira cannot be compared with the economic value of 12 billion naira as of when Wike was governor. So when you look at
are you looking at increment in their payment or the appreciation of naira? In the sense that, let's say, for example, when the FCT minister was governor, let's say a company pays $1,000, and at that time,
naira was 600 naira to
dollars could be changed to like 600,000.
600.
While in this particular administration, as at that time, as there was a time naira was 1,005 to a dollar. So whereas in the Wike administration, it was it could be 600,000
600.
Now it can be equal to, let's say, 1.2 million
or 1.4 million naira.
Okay, continue.
Good. So that is what is playing out today, and the governor fails to open up to the people, and that's what the resigned commissioner is saying, that what you're saying is a lie. What you're saying is untrue. Because I am the commissioner for finance.
Okay.
I have detailed information about the finance of the state. So it will be advisable if the governor should retrace his steps and ensure that he implements fully the 8-point political solution that was signed in Aso Rock in the presence of
what Professor Zacchaeus Adango said. One of the reasons he gave, he said, it is important to mention that the governor of Rivers State had in the past couple of weeks willfully interfered with the performance of my duties as the Honorable Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Rivers State, by directing me not to defend, oppose, or appear in suits instituted against the Honorable Attorney General and the government of Rivers State. Now, this is where the allegation is, by persons admitted and sponsored by the government of Rivers State, that having served in the government and the good people of Rivers State dutifully as a member of the Rivers State Executive Council for the past 5 years, it has become imperative for me to quit the administration in order to preserve my reputation. Now, the professor, the Honorable Commissioner, made a serious allegation in his resignation letter. He said that the government of Rivers State, that the governor stopped him or directed him not to appear, like you said initially, to defend, oppose, you know, or appear in suits instituted against him. But the allegation is that by persons admittedly hired and sponsored by the government of Rivers State. Now, my question is, why would the Rivers State government hire or sponsor people itself?
You see,
Can you explain, make it make sense to me, because it seems it's confusing. Why would I hire people to fight me?
Good.
And even institute or institute cases against me? Why would I do that?
The governor is right now in a political war with his predecessor. In the political, as in he is even in a political war with the camp of his political master, being E.M. Wike. So what is playing out here is this: he is looking for anything possible to be used and indict Professor Adango.
Okay.
Good. Now, who knows whether there was plan to indict Professor Adango? Then when he has been indicted, then the case against him and also instituting case against the government of Rivers State. And who are their sponsors? And he's now alleging that their sponsors is the governor of Rivers State, being similar.
That's a serious allegation.
Good. And since yesterday up to this moment, the governor is yet to respond to that allegation, either through his chief press secretary or the commissioner for information. And there's one thing the Bible says in Proverbs 18:17. The Bible says that when the man states a case, it seems right until proven odds. And the people, the general public now should believe that what Professor Adango is saying is right.
All right. Now, let's come to one of the reasons Kamalu stated in his resignation. He also, like you said, faulted the issue of increased IGR that the governor talked about. And on the other hand, he also talked about the Peace Pact, the governor not honoring the Peace Pact. And Professor Adango was also of the opinion that peace is out of reach in the states right now. Would you say that so far the governor has, by action and by speech, proven to be peaceful? And what would be your reasons for any answer you choose?
Good. From day one, the governor has never proven to be peaceful to the good people of Rivers State. He has never proven that.
Your reasons?
Good. At the initial, he presents himself cunningly as a peacemaker, peace ambassador, a man who loves peace. But we all watched and saw His Excellency Asimila Efobara, the governor of Rivers State, leading delegation of hoodlums who were chanting Asanwana, Asanwana, heading to the state assembly complex. And before him, assembly complex was pulled down. Now, before it was
That's
pulled
a serious
down,
allegation.
yes, it's not an allegation.
It is.
I am saying exactly what happened. We have the video. We have proofs to anything we say. For example, I have proof to whatever I say on national television or anywhere.
Now, are you accusing the governor of Rivers State of being responsible for the demolition of the Rivers State House of Assembly?
Yes.
That is what you're saying on national TV.
Yes.
Prince Sodom, are you aware you're making a serious allegation?
Yes, His
against the
Excellency,
governor of Rivers
yes,
State,
His Excellency Efobara, the governor of Rivers State, is responsible for the pulling down of Rivers State Assembly complex.
Can you substantiate these allegations?
Yes.
Prince Sodom.
Yes. Now, look at what happened. We have a video clip of him leading a delegation of hoodlums. These are charlatans, street urchins, sent by the governor to go to the assembly. He was with them. And this person were This person in the video, this person were chanting and ranting that where are the assembly members? We are here to destroy them. We are ready to kill them. We will ensure that we maim them.
They were chanting this in the
video.
You
in
said
the video,
you're in possession of.
I am in possession of it. National television, the NTA is in possession of it. Channels TV was there. Other TV stations were there. And that was some few hours after the assembly complex was burnt down. Now, who are those
Hold
that
on. You said this video, this march led by the governor,
yes,
allegedly, like you said,
it's not alleged,
was after
the assembly was
burnt down, not before.
No, not before.
So
after the assembly was burnt down.
After the assembly was burnt down, why are you now saying that the governor led these people to do that?
The governor led these people to pull down the assembly complex and told the world that, oh, I want to renovate the assembly. You see, there's one thing about a government.
Wasn't the assembly, wasn't the talk of renovation, didn't it come up after the fire incident at the River State House of Assembly? The
fire incident happened in the night, and early morning of the day, the governor came in and inspected the place with this hoodlum order that it should be demolished. Now, here's the thing. As a government...
The issue with the River State House of Assembly already had that fire incident, right? And in the morning,
the assembly had the fire incident. Who is the governor?
You said the governor came after the fire incident.
No, I'm asking who is the governor in the first place?
And ordered that it be demolished so that he will renovate it. But okay, you're saying that he brought
who is the governor in the first place?
To demolish a complex that was already burnt?
This complex that was burnt, has he investigated those that burnt the complex? Is it not the responsibility of the governor to protect lives and properties in the state?
Isn't the matter in court, Prince Odom?
The matter in court is instituted against those
who that allegedly were culprits in the burning
of the assembly. So, by who?
The question is, isn't the matter in court?
By who?
The matter is in court.
The matter is in court by who?
Prince Odom, the matter.
Who sued the who sued the arsonist to court? The alleged arsonist.
If the matter is in court, why act on a matter that is already in court?
The matter that is in court was instituted by who?
Regardless of who instituted it,
the
question is the matter in court?
No. That is a breach of the oath he took in office. Because the matter in court today is instituted by the federal government, not by the state government. Are you telling me now that His Excellency the Governor will overlook the burden of the assembly, a precious treasure of the state, and now say, I want to investigate, I want to renovate this property without investigating those that burned down the properties? Okay, now look at it. Even when one of his own aide has been identified as a suspect in the case, the governor is hiding that aide in government house under immunity. Now, why shading alleged culprits? Why shading alleged arsonist? The federal government is telling you that this person is a terrorist. So it is responsibility, if the governor stands for truth, justice, and peace, as he proclaims, then he should present his chief of staff to the court. Let him go answer his case. These are silent issues that should be considered, should be observed, and should be deliberated on by intellectuals in this state, by lovers of River State, and by patriotic citizens of the state. It is enough. In fact, we should learn to put an end to rascality in the state and abuse of executive office by the governor.
Now, moving forward, the governorship candidate of the All Progressive Congress in Edo State for the September 21 election, Senator Monday Okweblo, has described his contenders in other parties as baby politicians. The baby politicians who believe in speaking fine English, according to Okweblo, the representative of Edo Central Senatorial District, included People's Democratic Party's Dr. Aswe Yodalo, a Lagos-based lawyer, and Labour Party Olumide Akpata, a former president of the Nigerian Bar Association. The governorship candidate of APC, in a press statement on Wednesday, April 24, pledged a departure from Governor Godwin Obaseki's administration, promising heightened federal government involvement in strategic initiatives within Edo State if elected. Now, Prince Odom, you would wonder, for a governorship aspirant, he has a clear blueprint for what he wants. Now, coming out to attack the persons of the opposition, other contenders in APC, in PDP, and in Labour Party,
It is not necessary at this point in time. As the flag bearer of the APC in Edo State, and a man that the party is fully relying on to see that the support they're giving to him materialize on election day, that he may emerge victorious. He should be, and in a state where the ruling party is the PDP, he should be reeling out his manifesto, telling them about his initiative, telling about his policies, and also identifying loopholes in the government of the PDP, and telling the people how he will address these issues if he is elected as the governor of the state. These are areas where he should be concerned with, and not going about saying someone doesn't speak English fluently.
No, that they actually speak English to be elitists.
We also had a time when one of our flag bearer in the state, in River State, was also telling people that accountant don't talk too much, that his lawyers are talk too much. So who knows if it's also one of the ways that politicians like to throw jabs at each others, you know. But frankly speaking, I would advise that the APC gubernatorial candidate should focus more on telling people about his policies and his agenda and what he will do for the people. Going this way now is wrong, and I would advise that he should retrace his steps.
Now, when you look at Edo State, the political ecosystem in Edo State, how do you think is going to play out? You know, probably Obebilo may be coming from a place of confidence. You know, when you look at what is happening in PDP and in Labour Party in Edo State, you would see that it appears that, you know, in comparison, APC has their game together. It appears that they've been able to, you know, reconcile their differences. They are standing as one. The obedience in Labour Party have left the Labour Party candidate, and they are pledging solidarity, and they've pitched their tent with Obebilo of APC. Now, in PDP, you now see Shuaibu going at it with Obaseki, and you know the internal wranglings going on. And there are conspiracy theories that perhaps Shuaibu might work against the PDP in the forthcoming elections. You know, work against them without necessarily being loud about it. And there are also concerns that Shuaibu has foot soldiers. Like it or not, he's influential. You cannot take away his influence from him. Now, as an aggrieved member of PDP party who has not, you know, there have been no serious conciliatory moves, there are concerns that if Shuaibu working against PDP, then his foot soldiers will work against PDP. You are a politician, Prince Odom. Politicians say it's a game of numbers. Politics is a game of numbers. How do you see this playing out in favor of APC or in favor of PDP or LP in the forthcoming elections in Edo State?
Thank you for using that word. Politicians say politics is a game of numbers. It is a game of evidential numbers.
Okay. Not just numbers.
Not just numbers.
Evidential numbers.
Yes.
All right.
You
Interesting.
know, we had an experience in this country.
Politicians, by the way, let me interject a bit because this, you have a way. Politicians have a way with words. Now you have coined your own evidential numbers.
Yes.
All right.
Why I said
I will
evidential?
need an evidential response to that.
Why I say evidential numbers is this. I am a candidate.
Okay.
I might go on air, for example, and tell the world that River State is we have a population of 6 million persons. And out of the 6 million persons, 4.7 million persons are with me. That's figurative speech. It's just postulating, no evidence. Just like in the case of Peter Obi. All over the social media, telling Peter Obi, you have won already, showing solidarity to him and all that. Why do I call it noise? Because one person may have 18 accounts on social media, and that one person will sit down in the comfort of his zone and send his own beliefs on his own platform, on the 18 platforms, and people will now assume that 18 persons are with the Labour Party candidates. Same thing is playing out now in Edo State.
Okay.
In the case of Ekpobolo, you said something that is coming from the angle of confidence.
Perhaps.
Perhaps, good. You see, it is wrong that when you're in a race in politics, you begin to have too much confidence. Yes, you should work hard and harder. You can't
take away the influence of federal might.
The influence
Even
of
though
federal.
PDP can boast power of incumbency.
There was influence of federal might in 2020, and PDP won the election in Edo State. There was influence of federal might in 2019, and PDP won election in River State. So you don't put confidence on federal might, and you would also expect His Excellency Tinubu Ahmed, the president of the country, to be someone that will be interfering in elections in states because he wants to favor the candidate of his political party. No, he's a true Democrat. He is one man that Nigerians believe in. We have confidence in him, and we know that he will not interfere in the political affairs of any state, especially on election day. So it is a game of go and tell the people what you will do for them. If they buy into your agenda, they will vote for you and you will emerge victorious. Now, the little wranglings in the PDP and also in the Labour Party, and those that are pledging their support for Ekpobolo in the Labour Party, these are factions. We have faction in Labour Party, political factions in Labour Party. Now in the PDP we don't have political faction. What we have is camp differentials. In politics we have camps.
Okay.
Good. The people that are with Obaseki are those supporting the candidate of the PDP.
Don't
now,
you think it will affect the chances of PDP?
No, it doesn't. It won't affect the chances of PDP. We had a case in River State here, where members of same political camp separated because of the candidature of Simela Ifubara.
Okay.
Yes, Senator Lee, Secondus and Co, Austin Okpara, they all left Wike, Sekibo and all that, and they joined forces with Atiku. There was that gap and that differences in the states, and Simela Ifubara still emerged victorious. So sometimes there are camp differences seems to be inconsequential to the scheme of things in the party, especially when it comes to deciding factors on election day.
Okay.
Yes. So like in Edo State today, the differences in Labour Party and also that of APC may not propel Ekpebolo to be the candidate, to be the victorious candidate on election day. The candidate of the PDP may likely win the election. You know, politics is not just a game of numbers, as I said. It's a game of the numbers you are saying. Do you have them? Some people have theoretical numbers, while others have practical numbers.
Okay.
So the PDP is the ruling party in the state. That's my political party, you know, and I am rooting for the PDP to win the election in Edo State.
Hence your analysis. That makes a lot of sense. Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State has declared that he has broken the jinx of who is your father in the political space of the state. Makinde made this declaration on Wednesday at Students' Legislative Summit organized by the Speaker of Oyo State House of Assembly and Chairman, Conference of Speakers of State Legislatures of Nigeria, Honorable Adebo Ogundoyin, in conjunction with the Students' Representative Council, University of Ibadan. The governor, while speaking, declared that there was a time when "Who is your father" was the order of the day in the political space of the state. He, however, said that he has been able to break that. Makinde, while speaking further, said that his father was a nobody and the Oyo State people still gave him the opportunity to lead. What do you think about this statement by Governor Makinde?
This statement by Governor Makinde is the very dream of our forebears in this country.
Okay.
Yes. It's unfortunate that along the line, some elites now started having this notion of asking people, who is your father? Who is your father is what came up, most especially after the Civil War, in the politics of the country. In different states, you start hearing, who is your father? Who is your father? You see, we dream of a country where a child of a nobody will grow up to be somebody. Just like what they say the American dream. We also dream of what we call the Nigerian dream. So the governor is right, he's on the right track, and what he's doing in Oyo State is commendable. It's commendable. You see, there's nothing like who is your father in politics, or who is your father in governance, or who is your father when it comes to delivering the dividends of democracy or participating in ensuring that you support your state to progress economically, politically, and otherwise. People, sometimes we have people that are qualified for a position, but because they don't have somebody that will speak for them, these persons will not be opportuned to serve in that position. Just like, for example, in River State, we had a time when CRA was governor. During that time, we had issues of this, who is your father? Who is your father came up in Rivers politics as 2007 to 2014. It was in 2015 that when His Excellency Chief Ian Mwike came into office as governor, May 29, he was able to end that era of who is your father in River State. And we enjoyed an egalitarian society created by his administration, where a child and a son of a nobody grows up to be somebody. For example, my political master today and boss, Chief Honorable Thomas Bayere, PhD, the SSRS, the executive chairman of Kana LGA, is a child of a nobody. But today he is one-time councillor, one-time commissioner, and today he was a one-time lecturer too, and today he is the executive chairman of Kana. He was voted for massively by the people of Kana, and he is a child of a nobody. These are the hopes that was rekindled by the administration of Chief E.N. Wike in River State. So Makinde, I so much commend him for what he's doing in Oyo State, and my prayer and also my expectation is that after his administration, the person that will come after him should be able to also sustain that tempo, so that children of nobody who are qualified to perform in the state should be given opportunities to perform. All right.
We'll go on a short break. We'll come back and continue. Do not go away.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for the immediate release of this minister in the Temple of God.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. In the world, which are you?
Tough to challenge how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need is not about the Dante. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
From the lines across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-the-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
People into the country. That is amazing.
Honorable
human
point of order.
Honorable
They are not picking our calls. They made up their minds.
So no agreement with the EU, but
Every day our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics.
Nobody's ambition is what the blood.
I have fought very firmly.
Natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister in the Temple of Justice.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge,
Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for the immediate release of this minister in the temple of God.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 naira is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the Tonte. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for the immediate release of this minister in the temple of God.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 naira is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the Tonte. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. A total of 627 delegates from the 18 council areas of Ondo State are expected to elect the fire bearer of the People's Democratic Party for the November 16, 2024 governorship election in the state. The governorship primary election, which we hold today in Akure, the capital of Ondo State. 7 governorship aspirants of the party, namely a former deputy governor of the state, Honorable Abola Ajayi, a former general secretary of the Pan-Yoruba Socio-Political Group, Afenifere, Chief Shola Ebisani, a former information and orientation commissioner, Prince John Ola Mafo, Bamidele Akimboye, Adiolu Akinwumi, Bosun Arebuwa, and a former House of Representatives member, Honorable Kolade Akinjo, have been screened and cleared by the Senator Sam Egu Screening Committee to participate in the primary election. The primary election, which will be conducted by a 7-man primary election committee headed by Bayelsa State Deputy Governor Lawrence Ehrujapo, a statement by the State's Publicity Secretary Kennedy Perete in Akure said that the election will hold at the International Culture and Events Center, Akure. Perete added that the accreditation of delegates will commence at 10 a.m. Now, Prince Sodom, as we speak, accreditation of PDP members who are to vote for the primaries are going on right now in Ondo State. Now, do not forget that when the APC were done with their primaries and it was marred with a lot of irregularities and there were protests again around, the aspirants were protesting and, issues of electoral violence in Okitipupa local government broke out. The PDP came out to mock the APC and even went as far as saying if they cannot conduct primaries, at that small level, how do they intend to manage the state? That was PDP. Now, it is the turn of PDP to conduct their own primaries. Do not forget, in Edo State, the same PDP also had issues during their primaries. Now, do you think PDP would have learned from past issues that they had? How do you think this primary is going to pan out today in Ondo State?
When it comes to primaries, the PDP has always been ahead of the APC
in conducting their
primaries across the country.
Did you use in arriving at that particular conclusion?
Because if you study the primaries held in different states in the country, the percentage of those going to court after primaries or where there are crises or a lot of their primaries is mired with irregularities has always been the APC and the Labour Party. not the PDP. The PDP has a very strong and solid mechanism that they use in conducting primaries. Like in the case of Ondo State today, Ondo State today, you see, what is playing out there is this. They have also observed how APC conducted their primaries. They saw where they made mistakes. They also mocked them. Now the PDP is conducting their own. One good thing I noticed in this press release or this newsletter is this. The PDP is announcing the location of the primaries ahead of the primaries. Not like what happened in Edo State, where APC conducted their primaries and a lot of persons were like, oh, it is so hotel, no, it's another hotel, no, it's this location, it's the other location. But in the case of PDP, they are announcing the location before the primaries. So you don't come up after election has been conducted and concluded. You will now come and say, hey, I took my delegate to so location. In this case, it is at the Domi in Ondo State. So you know where you are heading to. The delegate is 627 delegates. So if you're not a delegate, you have no business with the arena. Yes. You don't have any business with the dome. Now, if you're a delegate, go there before 10, because it's 10 a.m. that they will commence the screening on. And as we're speaking now, they are screening. Yeah, it is going on. They are screening delegates already. So I am confident that the PDP will come out stronger in these primaries, and they won't make mistakes that APC made on those states.
All right. A governorship aspirant of the All Progressive Congress in Ondo State, Olushola Oke, has said the last Saturday's governorship primary of the party was a nullity, saying the national chairman of the party, Abdullahi Ganduje, was restrained by a court of law. Oke said Ganduje was restrained from performing the functions of the office of the national chairman of the APC at all times material to the conduct of the primary election. Oke came third in the primary after he scored 14,453 votes. Now, Prince Sodom, this statement by Oke came out after the APC national chairman invited all aggrieved aspirants to come to Abuja for reconciliation. Now, some aspirants came out and they have some things to say, but the statement by Oke was the one that actually caught my attention. Now, if after that meeting this statement is coming out, does that mean that by implication that meeting probably did not suit certain frayed nerves? You know, does that mean there are still issues and it went unresolved in this meeting with the national president? Now, I would also want you to address the meat of the matter, saying that the national president, the national chairman, Ganduje, lacks the locus.
The national chairman of the APC, being Alhaji Ganduje, does not lack the local standing to conduct primaries in Ondo State. Now, here's the thing. Those that went to court against Ganduje are not authentic ward escorts of Ganduje ward. And even those that are from his units that went to court, which today he has a court judgment that says he is the authentic chairman of the party in Abuja. He has the backing of the APC NWC, he has the backing of the APC Governors Forum, he has the backing of the APC NEC, and also have the backing of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who is a member of the APC and the leader of the APC.
The President has not said anything.
He has said.
So what did he say?
The President said he is with Ganduje, and Ganduje is the authentic.
When did the president say that?
The president said that. He said that last week.
The president, so
yes.
far, to the best of my knowledge, has not said that.
No. The president said it.
All right, continue.
Yes, I read it. I read it in the news. The president said it. The president is with him. He even visited the president after he got a court judgment authenticating his chairmanship of the APC. He went to visit the president, and the president said it. Now, what I would advise candidates is this. In election, there's always a winner and a loser. And even though the candidates have 200 or 500 persons, only one person will emerge. So if you're a member of a political party and you're contesting on the platform of the political party, and unfortunately you did not emerge victorious at the primaries of that political party, you should always have the spirit of sportsmanship. Learn to overcome your loss immediately and embrace the winner, and also support the winner in the spirit of brotherhood in the political party. Just like what happened in Edo State. You see how the president was able to resolve the differences in Edo State. Bobolo, the first person, Idauza, that was announced the first candidate that won the primaries, which was unified. Then there was a second primaries, Bobolo emerged victorious, and the president was like, okay, to resolve this, you, Idauza, deputize Ekpobolo, and it was resolved amicably. The same thing, I also advise that APC nationals should also look into the case of Ondo State and have this swift response to resolving differences in the party. And the candidates should not also be quick to go to national news outlets to vent their angers, because the party have disciplinary committee. The party also have means and channels where you can present or petition your case. Just like in the case of Rivers State, when the CTC list was announced by the NWC, the governor was not comfortable with the CTC list, and the governor said, this is fake. You see, saying that it is fake was logically wrong, but politically right. He was saying it's fake because there are names he saw, and he said these names were not in the list before, based on what the NWC presented on the 28th, that whoever that is a member of the ESCOs will continue as CTC. Now, what the governor did was he jetted into Abuja, went to Wadata Plaza, and submitted his petition. Now, he submitted his petition, and his petition was looked into. Even at the governor's caucus meeting, the petition was looked into when they had a caucus meeting with the NWC. But few days ago, we got the response from the NWC, where they deliberated on it intensively, and they were able to come up with a resolution that we were about to look into this list, and there's a court judgment that the list stands. So the list stands for now, pending when that court judgment is that court judgment has been appealed. So, and if you observe, the governor is not also ranting on news outlets or trying to question the integrity of the NWC. He's silent over the matter because he's a party man, and it is his responsibility. Yes, because party is supreme, and he must be obedient to the party. Right. So same thing should also play out in Ondo State. The candidates should go back to his party and resolve differences with the party.
All right. The national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Dr. Omar Ganduje, has said that the party would provide solutions to the challenges bedeviling the country. Ganduje stated this during the APC Grand Finale campaign and presentation of party flags to the 11 local council chairmanship candidates on Wednesday in Gombe State. Now, Ganduje is saying that APC is a solution to the country, to the issues in the country. Do you agree with that? And if you say yes, so far, the question would be, within these 10 months, what difference has the APC-led administration made in the country?
You know, I'm a member of PDP, so you know I won't agree with him. But you know, in most cases, sometimes the candidate or the person in the party also makes a difference. Like in the case of APC, where we have the president Tinubu, who is a seasoned politician and a professional financial expert and accountant. You see, we have seen differences in his government. We have seen the way he has been able to resolve crises in the country, bringing about political solutions, bringing all the governors together. And to me, I would say at the moment, what we are seeing is he has been top of the situation when it comes to politics. What about governance? So also say the president should be more focused on governance than politics, because in most cases we will see that they are playing more of politics than governance. And what the people need today in this country is governance, so that we can evolve from where we are. We cannot continue to remain a third world country in this dispensation. Let us find a way to grow our economy. Let's find a way to attract foreign investments. Let's minimize borrowing and do more of production in the country. Let us improve on our power supply. Let us improve on security. These are things the president should be more concerned about, and even the APC should be more concerned about. Okay, should I say that the APC, aside from the president and the minister of FCT, are not more focused on governance? FCT is a borrowed person from the PDP. So should we?
What are you trying to say then?
We should not say that the APC now should look around and see that the most performing minister in the cabinet of the president is a member of the PDP. So the APC should now begin to learn most of the ideologies of the PDP and be more focused on governance.
Now the question, when you say learn more of the ideologies of the PDP ruled Nigeria for how many years?
PDP ruled Nigeria for years, and there was improvement.
Over a decade.
Yeah, and there was improvement.
Was there?
How much were you buying a SIM card before they came into office?
Situation?
The security situation was stable as of when PDP left office.
Was stable?
Was stable. We had our challenges and were able to surmount them.
Chibok girls, you want me to keep mentioning names?
Chibok girls is what, from day one, we have been saying it. It did.
We'll repeat to say. Chibok girls is just one.
No. Chibok girls is what, you know, during the years from 1999 to 2015, that PDP was in office as president, I was in the north. Okay. Throughout these years, I was in the north, schooling in the north, doing business in the north, and also doing politics in the north. So I will tell you for free today that that issue of Chibok girls was just a political creation.
It never happened.
It never happened.
Prince Hodon.
It never happened. We have been challenging this over time. For the past years, we have been challenging this. Who are these Chibok girls? Where are they? What happened in Chibok? What happened to the girls in the school? Who was the principal that was present when they were to write the exam? These are questions that should come to mind. These are things we should look into. You see, it's unfortunate that the president at the time, His Excellency Jonathan, was not able to tackle fictitious creations of the opposition. We also had cases where, because he tried to remove subsidy, there was political crisis in the country and all that. But on that, he was also trying to increase fuel price, and people took over the streets. But under President Buhari, he increased fuel price. Nothing happened. Under Tinubu, he removed subsidy. Nothing happened. So what are we saying? We now come to understand that there was this political and elitist play of politics that Jonathan failed to play at then, and that's the reason why he had his own challenges.
Okay.
But PDP remains the best political party that's ruled the country since 1999. And now when it comes to the person in power being President Tinubu, President Tinubu is a special breed.
Interesting.
He's a special breed.
Okay.
And that is why some members of the PDP like us are rooting for him, because we know that he has the experience. We know that he loves the people, especially Rivers State. He loves Rivers people, and if you see the appointment he has given to the people of Rivers State, it shows that he loves Rivers people. And you see that most of the people that we are sending to him are technocrats.
All right.
Yes. These are experienced politicians, these are experienced businessmen, these are intellectuals, and contributing their quota to his administration will help the administration to be more focused.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, Prince Hodum Leke, for coming on Open Conversation. It was a pleasure having you, sir.
Thank you. The pleasure is mine too.
All right. You can always follow us and stay connected to us on all our socials, Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, Twitter, Atlantic TV Net. Watch us live on our website, www.atlanticnetwork.tv. Do not forget, peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Thank you for watching. I am Ogu Laurentia Choma. Transition News comes up next. Do not go away.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for the immediate release of this minister in the Temple of Justice.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 naira is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the turn taking.